Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Rehab. I'm Doggone. Welcome to Outpost Skeleton. Arctica. Outpost Arctica. Reaperville. Don't know where I am. What are doing? 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 Where are we? Where are what are doing? Good morning, son. Namaste. Welcome, beautiful music, though. A little prelude by the inimitable C418. What was that? See you. Zombie bacon. Okay, well, thanks for joining me. I'm Doggone. I don't know. Exactly how to begin here. So let's just listen to some music, man. Arctica. What are we doing here? We need iron ore and we need coal. Let's go get some. We need diamond. We got plenty of food. Let's go. Do we have torches? A few. 43. Oh, wow. Getting the feels. The nostalgia feels from this music. Oh. Good thing I've got. Oh, dog. Good thing you've got 3 iron. I know, man. So, Outpost Arctica, how to explain this? I have a continuity problem. Oh, there was an iron one. Okay. Already had iron pig. I've had a continuity problem here. Right now I'm having an AC turning on problem. Let me turn that back off. Like turning the thermostat up. There we go. So I was uploading Rehab through Zanzibar and then to Susa and now Outpost Arctica. But a funny thing happened in that I have a sequencing issue and I got hung up on it. I'm not sure. Somehow I got out of sequence on some of my episodes, and that bothered me enough that it shut me down from uploading until I could figure out the sequencing. And the bottom line is I never did figure it out. And so I'm kind of stuck in terms of uploads. In the sense of I'd like to get things perfectly chronological, but I don't think it's going to be possible. I don't know if I missed a recording. If somehow I didn't. What is that? Must be grass, right? Grass. I don't know if somehow I simply missed an episode, a recording of an episode, mislabeled it, misplaced it, misfiled it, or just missed it, but it's gone. And I just want to move forward. and keep moving forward. Forward. But I have to remember, this is rehab, and when I die here, I die. I have to leave the place and move on somewhere else. And I'm not exactly sure how I came to be in this place. God, I wish I could turn on my noisy eating sounds, mouth sounds. Mouth breather. Mouth breather dog. I remember we were out searching basically for loot. Dungeons, jungle temple, desert temple. I don't remember how to get home, but I can do the old F3 thing. The old F3. Whoa, 3. Hey guys, I think I'm not going to explore that for now. I think I'm going to sneeze. Goodness. Don't know why. Don't know why I didn't call. Sneeze. Did. I did. Sneeze. Also, I called, unlike Nora. Why wouldn't Nora call? Don't know why. Don't you have a phone? Man, terrible first date. Don't know why I didn't call. Well, enough of that. Life is pretty darn good right now in rehab. Sometimes it's about just remaining, steady, consistent, weathering and simply surviving the ups and downs, the roller coasters, getting through, staying true to yourself and what you want. Maybe that's the main thing, is staying true to oneself. That looks like an old Celtic burial cairn hill. Reminds me of Feed the Beast, Twilight Forest. There's always something under those things in Twilight Forest. So we got a bid. We don't have iron, coal, diamond. Goodies. We need diamond. We need 2 diamond for an enchanting station. To enchant this armor, this beautiful diamond armor. We have blue armor. In the classroom, as I record this, today is the 8th of September, 2015. It's my sister Laura's birthday, so happy birthday, Laura. She doesn't watch this, but maybe someday in the future, she will. And I just want to wish her a happy birthday. She and her spouse, Ina, have moved into a house that's new to them, but it's an old family home in a small town in Georgia, away from Atlanta. There's a desert temple. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It's just desert, dead plants. I thought from a distance it was orange wool, but that's just what I thought. Laura and Nina have moved into an old family home. My brother-in-law Doug's parents' home, and I can't remember the name of the town, but it's real close to my mother, which is great. Appreciate that. I'm so glad they're living back close to home again, a little away from Atlanta. There are times I wish I was there myself, closer to Georgia. Today I was just researching the Hitchiti Indian tribes of central Georgia, and the very sparse data we have on these tribes. Very, very sparse data. I've told the story before. Those of you who have seen my channel, seen old rehabs, may have heard me talk about finding a quartz arrowhead or point, spear point, as a young man on a little expedition with the Piedmont National Wildlife Refuge in Jones County, Georgia. Turns out Jones County was sort of a big, where's the sun at? I'm mistaken. Good morning, sun. This does remind me of the Jones County sun. It's hot, it's steamy, middle of the summer, dense forest. Well, over there anyway. We were on a creek bed, stepped out of a refuge pickup truck. We were going out to check out a washed out area, as I recall, and think about how to remediate the washout if it needed to be. We never did anything with that washed out area, but as soon as we stepped out of the pickup truck, as soon as I stepped out, I looked down where to put my booted feet, and there was, right by my booted feet, was a arrowhead sticking out of the ground. I didn't think too much of it. I'd never found an arrowhead before. Thought it was just normal, and it was a long time before I realized it was not normal. In fact, you don't often find an arrowhead or a spear point made out of quartz. And it's bigger than just an arrowhead. It's not triangular. It's what is that? If you get a diamond cut, the marquee diamond, it's sort of it's like an oval, but it's extremely pointy. It's stretched out and pointy. Is that the marquee shape? Oh, well, that's what it is. And I believe it was ceremonial. And I still have it. The refuge, although it's, there was a different time back then, and although even back then it was not permitted to take relics out of the refuge, they were so common that it was not a big deal. And the refuge supervisors who were with me asked me to simply, they told me I could keep it, don't talk about it with folks, and just simply share it with others and show it to others and educate others about where I found it and tell them about the good things that the Piedmont National Wildlife Refuge does. In other words, be a good ambassador for them. And I was only too happy to do that back then and even now. I remember that summer very fondly. I think I was 16 at the time, perhaps 17. And working at the refuge was a really good experience for me. I worked hard all summer, got to meet new people, got me out of my comfort zone, and got to, mostly importantly, I got to walk out in the trails and the pine trees and the logging roads of my home area, and far enough away from my home area that it was all new to me, but close enough that it felt comfortable. I see pictures from Cluck sent from Instagrams from Alaska, and although Georgia's not Alaska, still way back in the remote parts of the county in the 1970s, it was very, very much untouched by development, trash. The hunters who had come through were scrupulous about taking their garbage home with them. They loved the area as much as anybody, and so it was a really, really wild wilderness area, complete with water moccasins, copperheads, giant snakes. Man, you really had poison ivy. Very, very irritating poison ivy. Very almost like mutant poison ivy. Just extremely aggressive both in growth and in itchy factor. So that whole area just felt like, all summer long it was very much a wild wilderness area. Whoa, and there is a wild wilderness ravine right below us with some iron there. I'll just try to remember this spot. Come back to it later, perhaps. Perhaps it's time for F3. Minus 1550 and pretty much on the Z. So if we go back that way, yeah. Straight east will get us back home. Straight east, yeah. Will get us back home. So basically we've been headed due west-ish. Straight east will get us back to origin. Don't remember if that's home or not, but that's origin. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's not home, but we should get close enough that some hiking will get us back to the road areas. Should we desire to return? We have a lot of stuff, but apparently no diamond that I recall back at the home base. So the reason I was researching about the Hitchiti today, actually I'm not sure why the Hitchiti is particularly, but I watched a Passport to Native America talk by John Elder, who is a former director of Red Earth and I just realized my AC went back off. It's heating up in this room in a hurry right now. He wrote a book called God, put me on the spot and make me remember the name of the book. Everlasting Fire, about Kawakachi. Oh, there's a bunny rabbit. Kawakachi was a Seminole leader who helped keep some semblance of cohesion among the various Seminole tribes as they were relocated, transmigrated to Oklahoma. Right on top of the Plains Indians, the Osage, the Wachitas, Comanche, who had lived for a long time on bison, and all these other tribes crammed in, made it tough on everybody. And a lot of people, people tend to be fiercely protective of their food sources, you know what I mean? And the bison were, buffalo was a big primary source of food. Apparently I'm headed south this way. Just exploring, walking and talking. So we watched the talk, and it was a kind of a difficult talk to watch because John really is a great scholar of this part of Native American history, but he got off topic a couple of times, and it was hard for me to follow the focus of some of the things he was educating us about, and so I'm not really sure how my students are going to perform when they recap his talk, but I needed to educate myself so I can help guide the discussion to some extent and help the students to have a productive discussion about the talk. And that's what led me eventually to looking up the Hitchiti. So this is an interesting area. It looks almost like a settlement, doesn't it? I have a similar continuity issue with my Minecraft Through the Night series, which eventually led me in frustration to sort of stop uploading that series as well. Also the fact I just simply got very busy with the home renovations and the coming of the new school year, and working out new schedules and new arrangements for the new school year, working through the personal legal issues that as soon as we got made up our mind to get rolling on them, they went pretty fast, but it just took a while to get that ball rolling and then follow it as it kept rolling. So this episode is just really a way to connect with my viewers, and thank you for your patience, and thanks for watching me in my journey here in rehab over these years. And I'm going to upload this pretty much as soon as I'm done with it. Do I have pumpkin? Let's go grab pumpkins. Create a source of pumpkin so we can pumpkinate as much as we would like. And I just want to remind you, life's a journey, and the journey is the fun part. We get hung up on destinations, and destinations are great, but all plans are crap. It's the journey that really matters. Hey, man. See you guys next time.